Island Master. Something I can gain right over here. Hello, fish folk. Alright, that's clearly not going to work. Let's head over here. Wow, they're actually missing with regularity. This is amazing. These low-level enemies are actually missing. I can't because I need air magic Zalrock. And I don't want to get air magic yet to use Firebolt because I need to get... I need one more level of concentration so I can use Fire Shield, so I can survive the next section. Like, it sucks, but I can't make use of the highest levels of spells yet. Because those spells... well, they're not as useful to me right now as they would otherwise be. Because I know what threat's coming up next. There is... I need a gold key that I can use freely to be used on the cemetery, and I can get a light weapon that has the vampiric quality. I can hear skeletons again. Alright, well, now's the fun part. So, this right here is a very obnoxious puzzle that in the original attempt of this, I had to actually look up how it was done. Because it doesn't tell you what this map means. Wherever I put the map, this map is this puzzle in order. You have to jump from one island to the next island in an unbroken chain by going underwater. So, let me find the first one to start with. Well, thank you for being one of the few people actually in this chat to believe in Rat Dead and his followers. Because I know full well that I don't believe in him. Okay. So, we start with this one in the butt corner. Now we head over here. Then we head through this water. This one. Then we head to the plus. And then we have this one right here. Wrong way. We're going to immediately unlock this area, because if I remember correctly from my last playthrough of this, this is a mimic. Yep. Hi there. The map does look like Tetris pieces, except for the one 5-piece. Alright, what was down here again? Ah, the crystal gauntlets. Some of the better heavy weapons in the game. Or heavy armor. Problem is I don't have heavy armor proficiency. Now, we're not done with this area just yet. There's not only stuff underneath the water we need to make use of, there's also a secret in the other corner of this, I think.
Salutations and welcome to the Brain Trust.
I really need to turn that down. But welcome, Startup Tim, to the Brain Trust. Welcome to the glorious unity of all of us working together and dying horrifically in this underground nightmare. Right, I didn't actually check to see if this is like a charge thing. Yeah, it is. I might have to make use of the lightning bolts, though. That is very loud. I need to fix that. I don't know why it suddenly becomes stupidly loud. As I remember in the original incarnation, it was actually very quiet. Oh well. Hear that? That is the trickster. He's waiting for us. I thought there was a secret in this corner. Turns out I was wrong. I think it's just a holding place for the trickster. So that when he can be used, he will be used. I don't think there are any buttons over here for me to hit. So, I guess it's time to willingly walk into a trap? Who here had the iron key? Someone did. That sounds like a medical issue you might want to have to check with your doctor. Like, in all honesty, if this type of game causes that kind of issue with your head, you might want to both check the resolution settings, as it might be something involving the frame rate, or what visual settings you have set up, that it causes this massive headache of yours. Or something similar. Anyway. The Trickster is a mini-boss that shows up every once in a while. We saw him once before, twice before. Once we were unable to do anything about him when they did the first introduction to the characters of Grimrock. And the second one in a boss fight that was in the first dungeon we were going through. But yeah, he's just a really annoying person that shows up every once in a while. Okay. So that shortcut was not the trick that caused the fire elementals to spawn. Thank goodness. is the solution to this puzzle? Going there's a trap right now. Going in that corner's a trap. So, hit this. I forced myself to reset. I used to be able to do this puzzle off of muscle memory, simply from having to repeat it so many times. I got myself stuck in a corner. Oh well. No, not the... Grimrock 2 is... The storyline for Grimrock 2 is completely unrelated to Grimrock 1. Oh well, this is why we have the shortcut. I'll remember the solution to this one day. I should say, one of these days, I'll remember the solution. Of course. Grimrock 3, I don't know for certain. I think the last time I played this game was a year ago, at this point. And from what I've heard, well, I don't actually remember hearing how well it sold. I know it was very popular amongst mainstream gaming for a little while. But like all things, or all trends, it dies off before too long. I actually want to leave that space alone. Nuisance. Okay, so going there will knock me out entirely. Going there will not knock me out entirely, so I have to go this way. However, if I go in this direction, I'm doomed, so I have to go here. Run it all back. I think I'm trapped in a loop. I'm not trapped in too bad of a loop. I think I get out of it. I just need to get it so these both are down at the same time. Fair enough. There we go. That is not... There we go. Why did I do that? Thanks for the bits, startup time. Startup Tim. Two hours of electricity. Perhaps in Brazil, but not up here. Thank you anyway. Okay. So if I go back here, this will fall down, meaning I'll have a way out. Means I should be able to do a serpentine... No, I can't do a serpentine pattern because I'm stuck in a loop again. Ah... I accidentally solved this in its intended way? I couldn't have. No, because I'm going to get messed up at the very end. Yeah, no. This is going to go very, very poorly. I need a way to break this, or break myself out of this, because this is going to go up, that'll fall down, and we're doomed in both directions. I'm not doomed in that direction. No, I am doomed if I go in that direction. Keep scaring myself. There we go. We've made it. Finally. Puzzle is... Oh, you little... Alright. Alright, fine. Fine. I'll fight you normally. That is what we like to call, my friends, a very, very cheap shot. However, the maul is one of the best heavy weapons in the game, if I remember correctly, because it causes knockback. I have so much equipment. I need to find a place for it all. Even with our friendly neighborhood pack rat, we're gonna have problems trying to find spaces for all this the gear. There's nothing else back here. Alright, so this place was actually entirely worthless. It's nice that as soon as we fall into the water, we're able to move. There's no shock whatsoever. Alright. Well, that's that puzzle over and done with. We still don't know the solution to the puzzle of the crystal mines. I remember the solution, but in-game we don't know it yet. Alright, that's fair. Yes, no, variant human's perfectly fine. I don't know, like, I thought you meant some other variant human, but then again, I keep forgetting that my friends and I always go variant human at the beginning of the game. Or something similar. Alright, what's back here? A very, very angry Minotaur. Well, Thank you, I guess. Don't tell me... Oh, don't tell me. I need to go back and grab the rapier, and that's actually just a reference to one of the first puzzles. I'll be very angry if that is. How soon? I need one more level, I believe. Where was that hammer? Yes, I need 3 points of heavy weapons before I can actually make use of the hammer, which the armor piercing is what I'm going to be using it for, not so much the main damage, the amount of damage it deals. But right now, we're going to have a lot of fun and do some inventory management. So, the key right here is the hub key. The hub key activates the hub portal. The hub portal brings us back to one of the few guaranteed safe zones of the game, and it gives us a wonderful place for us to dump all this useless equipment that's clogging up our inventory and making things generally awful for us to work with. The two-hander's not going to do it. I know what item is probably going to, wait, two-hander. Two-handed sword on the pedestal? Why? Like, I don't think this is... I don't believe this will do anything. Like, I'm fairly certain it won't... Okay, so I can't put it up there. Yeah. Does it mean this pedestal? Anyway, time to ditch some equipment. We're not going to use the Great Axe. I love the Great Axe. Well, actually, it deals more damage than the... No, the armor piercing is going to make it deal less damage than them all. We're not going to get heavy armor with the ability to equip heavy armor just yet. The Sandmold hide vest might be farmer related, so we're going to hold on to it just in case. Oh, I can put on the Warhammer. No, we can ditch the Warhammer. Crystal Gauntlets are going to be a part of one of the final armor sets, so that'll be kept apart. We're never going to need to make use of the Leather Brigadier. And the Leather Cap is just worse than our current light armor. The Reed equipment we'll hold on to, but isn't really that necessary. Duplicated Blood Drop Cap. What other equipment and gear do we not need? The Tribal Shield is a good reference, but otherwise is completely useless to us. We'll just leave this at the base of this gear and equipment. And we could probably just consolidate all this stuff. Don't need Backbiter. Oh, and as far as spells go, we don't need the Scroll of Light, because we've cast the Light spell. We cast Darkness, we don't need Darkness Scroll anymore on us. Cast Shield, so that's useless. Cast Fire Burst, so that's irrelevant. Cast Force Field, so that's irrelevant. And we have a lot more inventory spaces now. And the Orb of Vilson we'll just hold on to, because the Orb of Vilson is the Orb of Vilson. Need to turn this Aetherweed into something else before too long, or I'm just going to have even more trouble just trying to deal with whatever's waiting for me. Do I want to go back to the Shipwreck Beach? No. Amulet of Stormbreach. So, we have the House of Pain. Not the House of Braids. We have this thing right over here, this challenge, not necessarily a puzzle. This area is full of a lot of treacherous creatures that we're going to have to fight, as well as a lot of shortcuts and switches to flip. Duplicated black moss, so we're going to do our best to stay to the safe zones and not get stabbed. That requires a gold key. I'm gonna get stabbed. Ouch. Thank you for the anti-venom, at least. Turtles do not replenish eggs, they only replenish turtle meat. As such, it's just best to keep killing them. Eggs do not spawn, sadly. What do you say? There we go, that's the other piece of the puzzle. So... you are the left eye, you saw where the meteor fell. Did I mark down the right eye? That's the right eye of the meteor, and that's the left eye of the meteor, so I can complete that puzzle now and get access to that little bit of loot for later. I'm going to rest because nothing should be able to attack me this late at night, and we need to feed our people. No! Not these things again! No, we can't kill air elementals. We have one person who can harm the air elementals. So, you're putting a shield on now. What direction are you coming in? Alright, come here. Come on, air elemental. That's right, we need Dispel Magic. We don't have a way to deal with them yet. Alright. Well, unfortunately, with this thing spawning, we actually have to reload the game. We physically do not have a way to kill that thing just yet.